Hi, and thanks for joining for the class today. So today's class is focused on working on our core muscle control. And we're going to do a range of exercises throughout the class, starting in standing, then coming into 4-point kneeling, onto our sides and onto our backs as well today. So I hope you enjoy the class. Remember, always work to a level that you feel comfortable with, because most importantly, we want you to enjoy it. Okay, so when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to bring our toes apart and those heels apart, so those feet at that hip width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight, come onto the fronts of our toes and then back onto those heels. So just nice and slowly forwards and back, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So that weight's going nice and evenly down through those feet. Good. Knees are nice and soft, so not locked back. Hands up into your pelvis. Very gently, we're going to tilt the pelvis forward and then tilting it back. So just nice and slowly forwards and back. Again, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So that pelvis in a nice neutral position. Lovely. Those ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted. So we're going to float our hands up to that shoulder height, and we're going to start here with our toy soldier movement. So we're going to raise our hands up towards the ceiling to start with, and down, opposite arm, raising up and down. So just lifting up that hand, don't raise and flare those ribs, we're just lifting and lowering through the arm. Good, now if you can, we're going to add in our opposite heel raise, so opposite heel, and then we're switching around. So now keep that pelvis nice and level as we're moving side to side. We don't want to feel that major shift. We're just keeping as if we're sort of floating here, lifting and lowering. Opposite arm, opposite heel raise. Good. Breathing in and out as we're moving gently through. Just stretching through those ankles, those toes as well, as we're moving gently through this movement. Well done. Good, a few more here, lifting and lowering those arms, reaching up and down. Very good. A few more here. Let's do one more each side. And lowering those arms back down, well done, relaxing those shoulders. Okay, so we're going to go into our balance series. So still keeping those feet that hip width distance apart, we're going to float those hands up to that shoulder height, come up onto those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good, and again, float the hands up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good, and again, float those hands up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. So we're going to keep those knees that hip width distance apart as you're lowering them down, lower the feet and down. Lovely, and again, up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Now this time if you can, we're going to raise those hands up to the ceiling, up on those toes again, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. And again, float the hands up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good, last few, raising those hands up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. One more time. Raise those hands up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and float those arms back down. Well done, relax those shoulders. Okay, so we're going to bring our hands just in front of us here. I'm going to bring the knee towards my hands, and then I'm going to extend my arms and my leg away, stretching back. So we're going to fold in and then reaching away. Good. Fold in together and extending away, but keep that control, not doing it too quickly, extend away. So we're folding in, reaching away. That leg you're standing on is working hard to support you as well. Reach away. Good, 5 more. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reaching away. Bring that arm and leg back down. Well done. Okay, let's do the same with the side. So bringing that knee towards those hands and then extending hand and leg away. Folding in and reaching away. Good. Fold in and extend away. Good. Nice and control. Extend away. Folding in, reach away. Very good. So you can do 5 more. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reaching away. Lower those arms, lower those legs back down. Well done. Relaxing here. Okay, so we're going to challenge our balance control a little bit more here. So we're going to have one leg just in front. I'm going to flex at the hips. We're going to lift up and then tap down. And again, lifting up and lowering. So again, this leg, keep that knee soft. It's working hard to support you. Let's bring those arms in. So we're going to float those hands up and lower. And again, lifting up and lowering. Well done. Lift up and lower. Very good. Raising those arms and down. Now on this next one, if you can, we're going to raise up, hold that there, bring the arms up and around in a big circle, and then lower back down. Good, and again, floating up, hold that there, raise those arms, come up and around in that circle, and then lowering back down. Good, and again, raising up, hold that there, reaching up and around in that circle, and down. Let's do one more time, raising up, hold that there, reach the arm up and around in that circle, and then lowering back down. Very good. Okay, we'll do the same the other side. So we're going to start by flexing that hip. So we're lifting up and down. So keep that pelvis nice and level. Lift up and lower. This leg you're standing on, that knee soft, working hard to support you. Lift up and lower. Let's bring those arms back in. So floating up and down. And again, raising up and lowering. Very good. Lift up and lower. So just nice and control and down. Well done. Now on this next one, if you can, we're going to float up. Hold that there. Bring those arms in a big circle around. Move forwards and down. Well done. And again, lifting up. Hold that there. Raise those arms. Come around in that circle and lower down. Very good. And again, raising up. Hold that there. Reach those arms up and around in that circle. Back to that start and lower down. One more time, floating those hands up, hold that there. Raise those arms up, come around in that circle and lower those arms back down. Very good. Okay, so we're going to work on some control a little bit more with a one leg circle. So keeping this pelvis nice and level, we're going to bring one leg and we're going to circle the leg around. Now you can either keep that toe just in contact with the floor here or hover the foot above. Again, we're challenging that balance on that leg we're standing on as well here. Keeping up nice and tall. We're just breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Circling that leg around. Good, now let's change direction. Circling around and back. Well done. Moving gently through. Well done. Circle that leg around. Nice and slowly. Let's do one more time. And then back down. Very good. Okay, let's do the same the other side. So keep the knees soft. We're going to keep that toe in contact with the floor. We're coming around in that circle and back. Circling around and back. So keeping that nice and level. That knee staying soft. Circling around and back. Good. So we can hover that foot above if you can. But this leg you're standing on is working hard to support you. Keeping up nice and tall through that neck. Well done. Let's change direction. Circling around. Good. Nice and slowly. Last few. Well done. One more time. And then bringing that leg back down. Very good. Okay, so let's stretch out through our side. So those feet still that hip width distance. We'll do a standing mermaid here. So we're going to drop one hand down to the side. We're going to imagine we're unzipping through this side with the other hand. Look up towards the ceiling and then gently coming back down. Good, the other side, we're going to unzip through that side. Look up towards the ceiling and then gently coming back down. Good, and again, drop that hand down. Unzip through that side, looking up towards the ceiling, and then slowly back down. One last time, dropping down, coming up towards the ceiling, looking up, and slowly coming back down to that start, and relaxing those shoulders. Well done. Okay, so we're going to do a few roll downs from here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there, and as you breathe out, gently coming back up into standing. Good, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there, and as you breathe out, restacking gently back up into standing. Good, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, curling slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there, and as you breathe out, gently coming back up into standing. Good. Now we're going to come to the end of my mat. Then we're going to roll down. We're going to come into 4-point kneeling from here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Once you reach your end point, just soften your knees. Then we're going to walk our hands down and we're going to come down into our 4-point kneeling position. And we're going to continue our class from here. Okay, so we can continue down into 4-point kneeling. Kind of our hands just in front of those shoulders, elbows nice and soft, so the inside of the elbow should be facing each other. Knees underneath those hips. And we're just going to start by stretching through our spines a little bit here with our cat stretch movement. So we're going to tuck that head under, arch that back up, flex through that spine, then gently dropping down, extending through that spine. And again, tucking that head under, arching that back up, flex through the spine, then dropping down, gently extending. Good. And again, tuck that head under, arch that back up, dropping down, gently extending. Well done. And again, arching that back up, flex through that spine, drop down, gently extending. Well done. And again, arching that back up, flex through the spine, then drop down, gently extending. Lovely. And then just find that midpoint between those two movements. We're just looking to find that midpoint here, so that back's nice and flat, that tailbone's just tucked under, and we're going to go into our swimming movement. So we want to keep this back nice and flat throughout this movement. And we're going to start by just extending one leg away, just lengthening that leg parallel with the floor, and then folding back. If you can, we're going to breathe out as we lengthen that leg away, breathe in to fold back. So I'm still keeping that pelvis nice and level as I reach that leg away and fold back. Well done, breathing out, reaching away, and back. Now if that's comfortable here, we can add in that opposite arm reach, lengthening away and fold back. So reaching arm and leg and fold back. Good. So breathing out, reach away, breathe in to fold back. Well done. Breathing out and back. Lovely. And again, folding back. Now if that's feeling comfortable here, we can add one more little add-on, and we're going to reach away, hold that there, and I want you to tap your hand and foot down to the mat, lift up, and then fold back. Opposite leg, reaching away, tap down, lift up, and fold back. And again, reaching away, tap down, lift up, fold back. Well done. And again, reach away, tap down, lift up, fold back. So breathing out, so I reach away, tap down, breathe in, fold back. Breathe in to fold back. Well done. Good. Nice and controlled. Well done. Alternating sides. And back. Lovely. And again, reaching away. Folding back. Well done. Good. Last few here. Let's do one more each side. Reaching away. Tap down. Lift up. And back. One last time. And folding back to that start. Well done. Okay, so we're going to challenge our core a little bit further here and our abdominals with our leg pull in prone movement. So my hands just in front of my shoulders still here. I'm going to tuck those toes under. Keep the elbows soft, and we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to just lift your knees, just hovering off the mat, breath in to hold, and as you breathe out, lowering back down. So it's not a big lift. Actually, the smaller lift is harder. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. So you feel those tummy muscles tensing as you lift up, breath in to hold. As you breathe out, lowering back down. Well done, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering that down. Good, now if that's comfortable here, I want you to continue just lifting and lowering those knees. Or if you can, I want you to bring your hands just a little bit further in front of you. Then we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, lift the knees as before, but this time we're going to extend, shooting forwards like a cannon. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Good, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forwards, breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. So we need to have those hands in front. So as we lift forwards and come forwards, we've got somewhere to go over those hands. Good. And then gently back down. Good, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, extending those knees over those hands, breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Well done. And again. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forwards. Breath in to hold. As you breathe out, lowering back down. Well done. Last couple here. Breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forwards. Breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down to that start. Well done. Let's come off those hands, drop down into that child pose. Well done. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, sinking down, just coming off those wrists, give them a little break. Breath in and out. Dropping that bottom down towards those heels. Well done. Breath in and out. One more time. Breath in here and out. Sinking down. Very good. And then walking those hands back up. Very good. Okay, so we're going to come round and down onto our sides here. So coming round onto your side. We're going to start onto our elbow. So elbow directly underneath that shoulder, that forearm along the mat here. We're going to have our knees bent. So our knees are just slightly in front of those hips here. And with this top arm, we're going to reach the arm above our head. So we're going to stretch out through this top leg and then bring our elbow towards that top knee. And we're going to fold in and then extend away. So we're folding in and extending away. So we're working those abdominals a little bit here. And those glute muscles as we're controlling that leg movement and reach away. So we're folding in, extending away. Good. Fold in and reach away. Let's do 8 more. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Reaching away, bring that arm back down, fold that leg back in. Good. So we're going to come all the way down onto our mats here, onto our side. So if you've got your thicker block, just to use that to support our head, we can just pop it there now. Now we're going to start here with our side kick movement. So we're going to keep those hips stacked on top of each other. Those knees are bent. We're going to lift this top leg up to that hip height. I want you to imagine this leg's on the table. We're going to glide the leg forwards and then gliding it back. Good, and again, gliding forwards and gliding back. So keeping that control, that leg at that hip height as you glide forwards and glide back. Well done, and again, gliding forwards and glide back. Now if that's comfortable here, you can keep that knee bent, still gliding that movement from that hip joint forwards and back. If that's comfortable here, then we can straighten through this top leg. Same again, glide forwards and glide back. If that top leg's straight, we can point the toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Point those toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Well done. Point to glide forward, flex to glide back. Now keeping that control through that center as we glide forwards with that leg and back. Well done. Still breathing in and out, not holding your breath as we glide that leg forwards and back. Keeping that leg at that hip height level to really challenge those glute muscles as we glide forwards and glide back. Well done. And again, gliding forwards, gliding back. Glide forwards and glide back. A few more here. Keeping that control. Well done. Gliding forwards, gliding back. Very good. Last few. Gliding forwards, gliding back. Let's do 1 more here. Glide forwards, glide back, and then lowering that leg down. Well done. Give that muscle a little rest. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to come up and over onto the other side now to do the same again. So we'll bring our block with us. We'll use it in a minute, but we're going to start on our elbow as we did before. So elbow directly underneath that shoulder, those forearms resting along the mat here. My knees are bent up to start with. I'm going to reach this top arm up above my head, lengthen out through that top leg, and we're going to fold that elbow towards that knee and then reaching away. So we're folding in and reaching away. Good. Fold in and reach away. Lovely. And again, fold in, reach away. Good. See if we can do 8 more here. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reaching away, bring that arm back down, fold that leg back in. Well done. So So as before, we'll come all the way down onto our sides now. Just use that block to support our head. Knees bent up, those hips are stacked on top of each other. And we'll start here with our side kick movement. So we're going to lift up this top leg up to that hip height. And we're just going to glide the leg forwards and then gliding it back. So as before, imagine that's on that table. We're just gliding it forwards on the table, gliding back. Keeping that control through that center as you glide forwards and glide back. Well done. And again, gliding forwards and gliding back. Well done. Gliding forwards and gliding back. Very good. So keeping that leg at that hip height, really challenging those glute muscles. So that's comfortable with that knee bent. We can straighten through that top leg. Same again, glide forwards, glide back. But with that top leg straight, we can point to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Point the toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. So we're gliding forwards and back with that top leg, keeping that leg at that hip height level. Make sure it's not dropped down towards the floor. We're really challenging those glutes and challenging that control through that center of moving that leg forwards and back. Well done. And again, gliding forwards, gliding back. Very good. A few more here, gliding forwards and glide back. Well done. And again, glide forwards, glide back. Point those toes gliding forward, flex the foot to glide back. Well done. Last few, I promise. Glide forwards, glide back. And again. And let's do one more, gliding forwards, gliding back. And then lowering that leg back down. Well done, give that muscle a little rest. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to come around onto our backs from here. So pop that block back there. We're going to come down onto our backs, onto the mat. So his feet and knees like hip width distance apart. Just to start with, just tilting that pelvis forwards and back. Just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So that nice neutral position. Those ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. So we're going to start here with our scissors movement. So we're going to float one leg up into that tabletop position. Now I want you to keep this knee at that 90-degree angle, and we're going to tap that foot down and then lift back up. Opposite leg lifted. Same again, tap down, lift up, and then lower the leg. So we're lowering that leg from that hip as you tap down, lift up, and lower. And again, opposite leg lifted. Tap down, lift up, and lower. And again, lifting up, tap down, lift up, and lower. Good, and again, tap down, lift up, and lower. Well done, and again, tap down. So we keep going here, alternating sides. If that feels quite comfortable for you here, then either continue there, or we can raise both legs up into that double tabletop position. Same again, we're going to tap down, lift up, and again, tap down, lift up. So we're lowering down from that hip joint, tapping that foot down, lift up. Now again, if that feels too hard to go all the way to the floor, just imagine you're dipping your toes into a little bit of bucket of water. So we just dip it in just halfway or just to the surface. If that feels more doable, then tap into the floor. So that's another option. Still breathing in and out as we're tapping down, lifting up. That tummy staying nice and flat. Not letting that back arch. If you start to feel that back is arching or your tummy is really gripping, then come back to that lower level, and we can always mix and match through those levels. Tap down, lift up. Well done. And again, tap down, lift up. Good. Just do a few more here. Tap down, lift up. Good. And again, tap down, lift up. Well done. And again, tap down, lift up. Let's do one more each side. And then if those feet are lifted, lower those legs one at a time back to that start. Well done. Okay, so we're going to move through our hips a bit more here and challenge that control with our one leg circle. So we're going to float one leg up into that tabletop position again. Now I want you to either imagine you've got a pencil on the end of this knee and we're circling that leg around. So we're drawing that circle with that knee on the ceiling, but that movement again is coming from that hip joint as we're circling that leg around. If that feels comfortable, we can straighten the leg and do the same again with that leg straight, circling around and back up. And again, circle around and back. So we're really aiming to keep this pelvis nice and level. So we're just making that circle as big as you can control. If you're finding that you're rolling or rotating at that pelvis too much, just make the circle a little bit smaller. So we're keeping that control, just breathing in and out as we're circling that leg around. Well done. Now let's change direction of our circle. So coming around and back again, moving gently through, still breathing in and out, breathing in and out, and again, circling around and back. Very good, and back, moving gently through and back. Lovely. Let's do one more circle around and then we come back to that start, lower that leg back down to the floor. Okay, we do the same with the other side, so we'll float that leg up into that tabletop position. Same again, imagine that leg has got a pencil on the end of that knee. We're going to circle that leg around, but again that movement's coming from that hip joint as we're bringing and drawing that circle on the ceiling. If that feels okay here, then we can either keep that knee bent or we can straighten this leg as we did before, circling that leg around. Again, that movement coming from that hip joint. Aiming to keep this pelvis nice and level. As before, if you're feeling too much rolling through that pelvis, just make that circle a little bit smaller. So we're keeping that control through that center as I'm circling that leg around. So just breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Well done. Circling around and back. Lovely. Let's change direction of that circle, coming around and back. Moving gently through and back. Circling around and back. Lovely. And back. Good. Circling the leg around and back. Very good. And then one more time, circling around and back to that start. Bend that knee and then lowering that leg back down. Very good. Let's bring those knees in, just have a nice little hug and stretch out from here. So just take a nice deep breath in and out. On the out breath, if you can, just sinking down to that stretch, that little bit further if you can. Breathing in and out. And again, breath in and out. And then just lowering those legs down one at a time, back to that start position. Okay, so we're going to go into our bridge from here. So make sure your feet aren't too far away from you. So feet and knees back hip width distance apart. Arms relaxed down by your side. And we're going to start here by taking a breath in. As you breathe out, we need to tuck that pelvis under. Use those bottom muscles, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking the pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Now keep those knees at hip width distance apart. Make sure they haven't gone wide or knocked together. And then slowly lowering back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking the pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Hold that there. And as you breathe out, gently coming back down. Good. And again, lifting up. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly back down to that start. Well done. Last few, tucking the pelvis under, lifting up. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, walking that spine back down onto the mat. Lovely. And again, use those bottom muscles. Keeping this pelvis nice and level. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly lowering back down to that start. Good. Few more. Lifting up. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly lowering back down. Good. Last two. Lifting up. Use those bottom muscles up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly back down to that start. Let's do one more time. Tucking the pelvis under, lifting up. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly coming back to that start position. Well done. Okay, so we're going to work our abdominals a little bit here with our crisscross movement. So we're going to pop my hands behind my head here. Now we've got two options. We can keep our feet down onto the mat here, and I'll show you that first. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to bring my right shoulder blade towards my left knee, so that slight diagonal movement, and then lower back down. Same again, breathing out, reaching across, and that slight diagonal, and then lower down. So that shoulder blade going towards that opposite knee, and then gently back down. Good, now if you can, we're going to keep going here, lifting and lowering. If that feels comfortable with those feet on the mat, we can lift them up into that double tabletop. Same again, lifting and lowering. And again, lifting and lowering. So we're breathing out, so we're lifting up, breathe into lower. Breathe out, lifting up, breathe into lower. Breathe out, lift up, breathe into lower. Well done. And down. Breathing out. And down. And down. Well done. And again, lifting up and lowering. And down. Very good. Alternating sides here. Last few. Lifting and lowering. Breathing out. So we're lifting up, breathing into lower. Breathing up, lift up, breathe into lower. And down. Let's do one more each side. Lifting and lowering. And lowering that head back down. Lower those legs back down if they're lifted. Back to that start. Well done. So let's have a nice little recovery stretch here. We're going to bring our arms down by our side or out to the side of you. We're going to drop those knees over to one side. Turn your head to that opposite side if you can. And then we'll gently bring those knees back up and over to that opposite side. So rotating side to side from here. Drop those knees over. Coming back up, dropping over again and rotating that opposite direction. Well done. Drop those knees over, turning that head. And then lifting back up and over that opposite side. Good. Do a few more here. Just opening out through that spine. Well done. Lifting back up and over that opposite direction. Very good. Let's do one more each side. Drop those knees over. Gently going back up. And over in that opposite direction. Well done. Bring those knees back up. Bring those arms back down by your side. Okay, so let's just stretch out through the backs of our legs now, so our hamstring muscles. We're going to bring our knee up towards the ceiling. You're going to lengthen out through the back of the leg. Toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Hold this stretch here, just feeling that stretch through the back of the leg. We're just going to take a few nice deep breaths in and out. And again, breath in and out. Holding that stretch there, breathing in and out. Good, and again, breath in and out. And if you can, we're going to point and flex through the ankle here, just gently, just changing that stretch slightly, pointing and flexing. Well done. And then holding that stretch again, toes pointing up towards the ceiling, lengthening out through the back of that leg. And then lowering back to that start. Well done. Do the same the other side, knee up towards the ceiling, lengthen out through the back of the leg. Toes pointing up towards the ceiling, feel that stretch through the back of the leg there. And we're going to hold this stretch. Well done. Just lengthening out through the back of the leg. Well done. And if you can, we're going to point and flex through the ankle here. Moving gently through. Well done. And then holding that stretch again, toes pointing up towards the ceiling, lengthening out through the back of that leg. And then lowering that leg down, very good. And then we're going to stretch through our bottom muscles. We're going to put one foot onto the opposite knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. And then holding this stretch here. So just breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Just gently sinking down to that stretch, just that little bit further if you can, holding that there, breathing in and out. Good. Sinking down that little bit further on that out breath if you can. And then lowering that leg back down. Do the same other side. So we're going to put one foot onto the opposite knee, allow that leg just to relax open there. Again, if that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we'll bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to hold this stretch here. So again, just breathing in and out, breathing in and out. Just sinking down to that stretch, that little bit further if you can, holding that there. Well done, breath in and out. Good. One more breath in and out. And then just lowering that leg back down from there. Well done. So we're going to come back up into sitting. So just sitting comfortably, legs crossed or legs out in front of you. Whatever feels best for you. We're just going to relax those shoulders down. Keep that neck nice and long and lifted. And we're just going to start by floating those hands up in front of us here. We're just going to do our arm opening stretch. So we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to reach one arm, looking round and back, and then gently forward. So we're just rotating through that upper body, looking around and forwards. Breathing out, reaching around, breathing in to fold back. Good. Breathing out, reaching around, breathe in to fold back. And again, breathing out, breathe in to fold back. Well done. And back. Very good. And again, opening out and back. One more each side. Reaching around and forwards. And again. And back. And then relax those arms back down. Then we're going to just stretch out through our sides with our mermaid stretch. We're going to drop one hand to the side. Reach the opposite arm up and over. Lengthen out through that side. And then we're going to come back up to that center. Opposite side. Drop that hand down. Reach the arm over. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, lifting back up. One more each side. Drop down. Reach that arm over. Lengthen through that side. Then coming back up and over to that other side. Last time. Drop down. Reaching over. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, lifting back to that start. Well done. Relaxing those shoulders. Fantastic. Thanks for joining for the class today. I hope you've enjoyed it and hopefully see you again soon.